Good morning. As you may be aware, imperialism has recently swept the nation, resulting in conflicting headlines and differing opinions from the public.
For example, the U.S. has recently been involved in trade with Russia, buying Alaska for $7.2 million. The territory was purchased by William H. Seward to precede American expansionism.
Alaska contains many resources, including seal fur, minerals, fish, and more. Now Angie will be interviewing a citizen of Washington on Seward's folly.
What was your initial reaction to the recent purchase of Alaska? At first I was skeptical, as I thought it was nothing but a barren iceland lacking resources. However, my feelings have progressed. How so? Well, I've heard that gold has been struck and the resources are plentiful.
The purchase of Alaska from Russia seemed to be a mindless purchase, as many citizens thought it was useless territory. However, it was a positive impact on America because of its bountiful resources and minerals, including gold.
So, the purchase of Alaska was an asset to the American territories.
Similarly caused by imperialism, American troops have recently overthrown the Hawaiian Queen of Lolani Palace on January 17, 1893. This was caused by American sugar planters and imperialists that desire the territory.
Gradually, Americans gained influence over sugar plantations, most land, and even the government.
Now we have Georgia Peters live in Honolulu discussing the recent events with the residents of Hawaii.
Now, here we are live in Hawaii with a citizen. Can you please state your opinions regarding the revolution over the monarch? I was among the citizens who desired a provisional government and to regain economic control. Later, the Queen yielded, and Hawaii is now under the influence of the American government, although we greatly oppose annexation. So, many citizens revolted against the Queen and desired for a provisional government, but they didn't want to be ruled by the United States. American sugar planters benefited from this revolution because tariffs on sugar ceased. This is an example of imperialism because America wanted to expand their territories economically and gain territories in the Pacific. Thank you for stating your opinions regarding the recent events. Now back to you, Lena, in the studio.
Last night, February 16, 1897, the SS Maine has sunk in Havana, Cuba, killing 258 American soldiers and resulting in Congress declaring war on Spain. This war will be known as the Splendid Little War.
The recent incident is a very controversial subject among citizens. Now, we cut to Angie Berg, live in Havana, interviewing different witnesses of the explosion.
The sinking of the USS Maine has resulted in controversy among citizens involving the underlying cause of the incident. While some believe that the ship suffered malfunctions in the engine, others accuse the Spanish for the American soldiers' deaths. Yellow journalists have been creating false stories in hopes of a Spanish-American war that will earn their articles money.
Now I come to you live off the coast of Havana near the remains of the SS Maine. I have here a Cuban resident who witnessed the event. What do you believe to be the cause of the event? Well, I read it this morning in the New York Journal, one of Hearst's articles, that the SS Maine was sunken by a hidden mine or a sunken torpedo. I read this again in one of Hearst's articles, which is a reliable source, so it must be true. Now, Lena, another witness, will tell us what she believes to be the cause of the incident.
I strongly disagree with the belief that the Spanish were the perpetrators of the sinking. I believe that malfunctions in the ship's oil tank were the cause of the event. I read about it in Pulitzer's article in the New York World.
You heard it live in Havana. Back to you, Sadie.
Yes, as you can see, there are conflicting opinions regarding the SS Maine sinking due to yellow journalism. Our last story consists of a rebellion in China against the open door policy.
This story does not portray American imperialism over territory, but concerns the trading rights for all countries in China.
Can you please explain to us what the open door policy was exactly? Yes, it is a policy in which countries are given the right to trade freely in profitable China. This policy was created mainly to expand and protect America's trading rights. Clearly, many people oppose this policy. Can you please explain to us what occurred during the Boxer Rebellion in 1899?
Recently, the Boxers, a secret Chinese society, revolted against the foreign traders to oppose the policy. This resulted in lots of bloodshed.
Thank you for your information. Back to the studio.
During the late 19th century, the topic of imperialism provided America with propaganda and rebellions.
America gained territory and resources, but at the cost of millions of lives, particularly Cubans. Hertz and Pulitzer have competing headlines that may or may not be true, trying to create a surge of newspaper sales, spreading propaganda and falsehoods.
Thank you for tuning in with us today and discussing how imperialism has recently been changing lives across the globe.